welcome to this lesson. I had somebody ask me about it because I did it for the old Vanderbilly.com, which is now Guitar.com. And when they changed it over and brought over some of the lessons, mine got not necessarily screwed up, but the name got all pushed together, so it was Let It Go as one word. Once I did find it, it's funny because it was a very early lesson that I had done, and I used to refer to the strings backwards because to me, looking down from my guitar, this would be 1, the thick E string, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, obviously everyone refers to them 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So rather than repost that lesson with the incorrect strings, I'll just redo it. So we're revisiting it. I wrote it out, so I'll have a link to the tab that I wrote out below the video, and on Guitar.com I'll post the link to it in the forum. So this song is actually tuned sharp. It's about a half step up. Here's my A. So you can tune to that and then tune the rest of your strings. But on my tuner, it's about a half step sharp. There's some nuances in this song which I really think makes it a classic rock song. To start out with, we're going to hit the 5th string open, and then the 3rd fret of that 5th string, strike it with a slight bend and a pull off to open. Alright. Now what we're going to do is reference a B to an A chord. Rather than play a B with the root note, we're just going to be playing, and we do this a lot in this song, on the 4th and 3rd string. Okay, so the nuance I'm speaking of is they bend that 4th fret on the 4th and 3rd string up and release it very quickly. And if you do it with one finger, it almost doesn't, it really doesn't sound right. So it's better, and I've watched them do it, and they actually live on videos, and they actually use the ring and pinky finger. So this is a good exercise, because I think what happens is when you bend it up and release it, you get a little dissonance because your pinky isn't quite as strong as your ring finger. And you can hear that dissonance as it's up there towards the top of the bend. And then we're going to go to A. Okay, so we have this. And then we're going to pull off to open 4th and 3rd, which would represent a G. And the bend and pull off on those 4th and 3rd strings is quick, so you really have to practice it. Okay, so the second time through, we'll call this the first part. We're going to do our A on the 5th string to the 3rd fret and bend and pull off, and then 4 to 2. So for the intro, it's C to D then. Okay, and then we're going to go through that first part 2 more times. All right, total of 3 in this intro. What we do, that first part, we're going to add some notes and a D. So, all right, we have the intro. Now we're going to start into it. That part you know, so we got that first part down. Then we're going to add these notes. 3rd fret, 5th string to 2 and open, and then 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then we're going to play a D chord. You can just do a D power chord on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, or you can add your pinky, or I'm sorry, ring finger down. Or I'm sorry, your middle finger down. Now we'll do that twice. next chord that takes us into the verse is an A. So 4 and 3rd string at the 2nd fret. We're going to move that up from there up to referencing a C at the 5th fret. Then we're going to add our middle finger on the 3rd string at the 7th fret, and on the 8th fret the 2nd string. That's a G. There's a root note. We're using the octave of that. That's our root note. So G and then D. Alright, so we have this. Then we're back to A. So what you want to do, another nuance with this song, is when you start playing these chords, when you go to the C and the G and the D, you want to hit them softly so they're not so distorted. And give them a little vibrato. Alright, so we've gone through it. Then they're going to add a palm muting. Alright, so the second time through, they're going to palm mute on the 5th string 4 times before they hit each chord. So we hit our A. Alright, and then we're going to do some notes back to that A. It'll be 3, 2, and then open. Takes you back into the chorus. Now the chorus again is really the second part of the intro. So, we'll do another verse and another chorus. After the second chorus, the A leads us into the interlude. And I'll play the interlude at speed so you can see how it goes. Alright, so what we're doing there, the interlude starts out with the A to G to D chord, and you really want to use the 6th root G and then 5th root D. And just power chords, so I'm playing the 6th, 5th, and 4th, and then 5, 4, 3. Then we do these notes, alright, we're going to go 3, 5, we'll hit 5 again, and then go 3, 5 on the 5th fret. And we end up on the 6th string at the 3rd fret with a slight bend. Then to an A and 2 Gs. And then you're into this portion, which is a little bit different. You're going to do a pick scrape. So you're scraping up your bottom strings, and you're going to hit a D and take that up to F. So you're just moving that D forward. You can play D here if you want. It's right below it. Either way sounds great. And then what we're going to do is go from the F to a G, but we're going to add a suspended 4th. So we put our pinky down on that 1st string, and we're going to pick it and then off. So we're going to go 8 to 7, and then 8 on the 2nd, to 7 on the 1st, and then 8 on the 2nd. And then we're going to go to a D, reference a D chord. We'll hit the 1st string at 5 and the 2nd and 3rd at 7. Alright, so we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go D to C. Then play some notes. Alright, the notes that we do here are going to go like this. 5, 3, 5 on the 5th string. Then we're going to change. You can do that with your pinky if you want, or if you're using your ring finger, you got to change positions. And then you're going to go 4th string, 3 to 2 as far as frets, and then 3 on the 5th, and then 3 on the 6th. And then you're back into that sequence. So we've done it twice. Now we're into the real slow picking part. To the slow picking part, I'll go through it one time and show you how it should sound. Alright, so what we're doing there is we're in a D form. We're not playing the 1st string yet. We're going to pick open, 4th, 2nd fret of the 3rd, and 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we'll come back to the 3rd string and back to the 2nd string. Back to the 3rd string, and then open. So let me do that slowly so you can hear it. That's the D pick through. Now what we're going to do is add our 3rd finger to the 3rd fret of the 4th string and keep that 3rd string open. Now we're going to go 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. Then we're going to hit the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with a pull off to open, and then hammer on our middle finger and catch the 3rd fret of that 3rd string to the 3rd of the 2nd and 1st string open. I know that sounds like a lot, but let me take you through that part just from the beginning. Okay, so again, I've got this tabbed out. It should help you. One more time through. 1, 2, 3, 4. We end up on that 2nd string with the 3rd fret. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're back into that. What I do is I use my rhythm pickup and the volume at about 2.5. So when I go up to it, I can do that slow part and it's not so distorted. And I go back to the neck when I go to the D and F, all right? So you're going to repeat that D to F. Alright, so now they continue on. We'll take a break there because that's the solo and the solo rhythm, and we'll get to that. But during that interlude, there is a solo that I want to show you, and it's not real hard. It's something really, frankly, I enjoy playing, so I want to show it to you. See the interlude solo at speed. that's the first half. So we're going to talk about that first. What we're going to do, we'll be at the 15th fret. We're going to bend that up and catch 15 on the first string unbent. And we're going to give 15 another bend up and then a release to 13. Then we'll go to 14 on the third string, back to 13 on the second with an eventual slide down. Alright, so all together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the next part we move up to 20. And what we're going to do is bend 20 up with a release. It'll be kind of a slow release. Alright, and then what we're going to do is hit 20 to 17. And then hit 19 on the third string and bend that up. Catch 20 unbent on the second string. And then we catch 17 on the third string to 19 twice on the fourth string. So it'll sound like this. Alright, that's the first half of the interlude. Now we move to for the last half of the solo, we're going to be at the 5th position. So my first finger's at the 5th fret. And what I really like about this solo is he's kind of playing some slurred notes. And I'll explain it as we get to it, but this is how it should sound at speed. Alright, so what we're doing, a real typical kind of Chuck Berry move. We're going to take that third string at the 7th fret, bend that up, hit the second and first at 5, then we'll come back to the second at 8 with a bend up and catching 8 on the first string unbent. Then what we do is we're going to hit 8 with a bend and a release. And the release, if you're using, you kind of have to use your ring fingers, so you want to slur it back to the 5th fret. Alright, so we have this so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I slur that back? Then what we're going to do is catch the third string at 7, bend it up, and hit the second string unbent at 8. Then we'll do 7 with another bend and release and pull off to 5. Hitting 7 on the fourth string, and then back to 5 on the third string with the slide back to 4. And then kind of a slide from 9 to 12 and back up. Alright, so let's do the whole thing together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's the interlude solo. The actual solo of the song I have tabbed out from actually a tab I had that was really good, so I put that in my notes. You'll be able to play it. That is spot on. I'm going to go over the rhythm of the lead because a lot of people do not do that correctly, and no offense, but I really listened to it and got it down. So we'll go over the solo and the rhythm of that next. Okay, so after the interlude, we're going to go into the solo. And the solo starts out with 2 choruses. So we're going to do the old... And then we'll do that twice. After the second time, this is the part everyone misses. We'll do this. Alright, so what we're doing there is we're going to be at the 4th fret on that 3rd and 4th string, going up to 7. Then we go to the 2nd fret, we'll do this reference in A, on the 3rd and 4th string. And then we're going to reference an E. Okay, we got our root note here on the 4th string, 3rd string at 4, 5th string at 5, then back to 4 and 7. Then what we do is we're going to hit 2 on the 3rd and 4th string, back to 4th fret on the 5th and 4th string, and then back to 2. And then we're going to hit 2 again and slide that up to 4. And hit it again. So we've not only slid up to it, but then we've struck it. So together. Then we start over. So we got our 4 to 7. Now, what we're going to do at the 2nd fret is go to the 4th fret of the 5th and 4th string, just like we did on the 2nd half of that last measure. Alright, and then what we do is hit 4, and we're going to slide from 7 to 6. That 4 is twice. Back to 4. And then a D. Alright, so let me take you through that rhythm slowly, because again, I wrote this out, but it's a little bit, it's complicated. It's not your standard chords underneath the solo, so it's its own rhythm for the song. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the last verse is really staccato. It's really pumping on that 5th string muted and hitting those notes. Okay, so you can follow that. But we'll go through the outro here so you can have the full song, okay? Okay, so to go out, they'll do the chorus part. They'll do that 8 times. After the 8th time, what they do is this. Alright, so what we're doing there, it's real cool because you got 2 guitars and it just sounds great. We're gonna slow down on those notes after the D. And then we slightly pull down that G note. Then we come up to the 5th fret. We're gonna hit the 3rd and 2nd string at 5. And then the 4th string at 7 twice. Then we go 7 to 5 on that 3rd and 2nd string. 2 on the 4th string, back to 5 twice. 7 twice. And then 7, 5 on the 3rd and 2nd string. Then 7 twice and 5 twice. 7 twice, 5 twice again. So let me show you that part slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we do a little rundown. We're going to go 7 to 5 on the 4th string, 7, 6, 5 on the 5th, to 3, 5, 3 on that 5th. Then we hit 5 on the 6th with a slight bend to 3rd fret of the 6th with a slow bend. Then what you want to do is mute your 5th string and do a pull off from 5 to 3 to open. And they do that a total of 15 times. I didn't count them, but you end up on that 5th string. And then what you're going to do to end the song, there's 4 of these. We're going to be on the 3rd string at 7, 2nd string at 8. We'll bend up that 3rd string, and this again is 4 times. And then just an A to end. If you have 2 guitars, you can end it with that stretch. Alright, so I've tabbed this out. I really hope it helps you. I absolutely love this song. These guys were young and hungry. This was done on my new guitar. This is Orville. I want to introduce you guys to Orville. He's a Lemon Burst Les Paul made in Japan. I think he's a 79 from the serial date. And I changed out the pickups to Lindy Fralin Pure PAFs, which were in my 58 reissue Les Paul. And in that, I put some Monty PAF replicas. And I'm going to do a little video on those pickups. But anyhow, change the wiring to 50 style wiring. I had to, because the guitar body, when you have to put American size pots through the holes, you have to ream them a little bit bigger. So I did, because it's metric. So I did that and wired it up, and I'm extremely happy with this guitar. It just sounds fantastic. So it was one of those things. I bought the Monty pickups, and I didn't want to get rid of the Lindy Fralin. So what do? You buy another guitar. So that's Orville. I really hope you guys enjoyed.